A hearing for Boston Marathon bombing suspect Dzhokhar Tsarnaev ended in a little over an hour, with his lawyers no closer to postponing his November 3 trial or relocating it far from the city. On the venue question, Judge George O'Toole said, "The record is complete and a ruling will be issued shortly." Then he asked attorneys to explain their arguments regarding the trial's current timetable, which calls for the trial to start in less than 7 weeks. Defense attorney David Brock took several minutes to make his team's case for delaying the trial 10 months. "Almost all of the work that we have to do to respond to the government is compressed into the next 6 weeks," he said. For example, the government produced an analysis of Tsarnaev's computer hard drive as recently as a few weeks ago, he said, adding that the defense team needs more time to respond to such new variables. "This is what is important for this case," Brock explained, referring to what was on Tsarnaev's computer. "The reason we are so far behind is not, as the government says, things of our own making, but because there is so much to do." Assistant U.S. Attorney William Weinrib said the government has not been making the defense's job more difficult. "It has been supplying evidence in a prompt manner," he said. He cited the FBI computer analysis as an example. "We produced it as soon as we created it," Weinrib said. "Delaying the trial start date would be unproductive," he said, "because attorneys will take however much time they are given to prepare." O'Toole has said repeatedly that he thinks the November 3 start date is realistic. He's made no comments about the venue, as attorneys for the defense and prosecution have petitioned him for months in dueling court filings. Prosecutors say the trial should take place in Boston. Tsarnaev faces a 30-count indictment in connection with 2 April 15, 2013 bomb explosions that left 3 dead and more than 260 injured near the Boston Marathon finish line. The indictment also alleges Tsarnaev was culpable in the death of a Massachusetts Institute of Technology campus security officer during the 4-day manhunt that followed the bombings. If convicted, he could receive the death penalty. When Thursday's status conference began, Tsarnaev's defense team pushed for additional time to produce potential evidence for the prosecution to review in the pre-trial discovery phase. "We are hard at work, halfway around the world, collecting as many of those documents as we can," Brock said. "I don't know how we can turn over things that we intend to use when we are simply not at that stage yet." Prosecutors were not buying it. "They are coming up with an argument that would let them delay until a day before trial," Weinrib said. "What we're going to hear is there would never be enough time,